Hello, everybody. I just want to do a review of the Russo brothers Netflix film called The Electric State. Um, right off the bat, I got vibes from Ready Player One, and it had that VR kind of feel, kind of the internet is bad kind of feel. We're using too much of it. We're addicted to it. We don't need it. Kind of message. Except this one didn't take place in the future. This one took place in what I assume is an alternate 1990 to 1994, where there was a war between the robots and the humans, and the robots were winning until the humans figured out to make VR that could fight like robots run by virtual reality that could fight the robots. And the robots were all like goofy looking. You had like Mr. Peanut, you had all these different funny guys. You had a big round guy that was supposedly like a Disney incarnation kind of thing. You know, it wasn't Disney, it was Netflix, but the Russo brothers put their stamp on this, and they had to throw some Disney tidbits into the movie as well. I really enjoyed it. I really thought it was good. I thought that it did have that topical issue of, are we consuming too much internet and using our phones too much, our smartphones, and using the internet too much and going on social media too much? Is that becoming too much of a thing? And also, you know, it had a super emotional ending that like had me and my dad, we were watching it together, we were crying by the end of the movie. So I really enjoyed it. It had a great like soundtrack, great songs were in it, and a great score by um, Alan Silvestri, who is the guy behind Back to the Future and so much more. He's done so many things over the years. Just recently, as what was it, last year, he did that Tom Hanks film where it was all filmed in one room, and it was a very interesting film. Zemeckis directed it. I forget the name of it, but yeah, he's still going strong, still doing scores, and still doing a very good job with those scores. So I really like the score, really like the soundtrack, the songs and stuff in it were very well done, and um, again, really super enjoyed it. It. Like I said, it kind of reminded me a little bit of um, Ready Player One. Now, I'm just gonna throw this out there, and if you don't want to hear any more, turn it off. This is gonna be a spoiler. The brother in the movie, he they thought he died, and like her whole family died. Millie Bobby Brown's family, so she was in foster care. She was supposed to be like, I guess, in high school, even though in reality she's like in her 20s. Which I gotta say, I can kind of tell that she's not a high school kid. She kind of looked her age. But that being said, still a great movie and didn't ruin the aesthetic of the film for me. But yeah, they thought the brother died. She thought the brother died because the rest of her family was dead, and she was all alone, living in foster care. And lo and behold, a robot comes by and says, "Hey, I'm your brother. Your brother's somewhere. He's not okay, but he's somewhere." So they were using him, the bad company that they did all the VR in the world, and we're basically running the world, basically. Kind of like iPhone has a monopoly on the world, kind of right now. Um, and they were using he was a super smart kid, super intelligent, maybe like as smart as Einstein. And they were using his smart brainwaves to run the VR, basically. while he was in like in a coma. But then he woke up and they dipped him back into a coma, and um, it was emotional. I don't want to give away the ending. What happens in the end? How they stop the company? How they defeat them? I think in the trailers you can see that they used the robots fought back with the humans. Um, and took back, but there was another element to it that I do not want to give away. I do not want to spoil it, but it was so sad, and like me and my dad were crying, and again, really good movie. I wouldn't say it was as good as Ready Player One. Wouldn't put it right up there. Maybe I got to see it a few more times. Um, but yeah, out of a 10, I'll give it like an 8.5. Okay, and that's pretty good rating, I think. I think anyway. I think that's pretty good. I'll give it an 8.5. I take some style points off just for, I don't know, maybe it could have had a little better special effects. The budget that they were dealing with on Netflix wasn't quite as good as if, say, Disney had made the movie or a big studio. But nonetheless, still, I was impressed with the limited budget with Netflix, how they were able to make the robots look so real. But other than that, great film. Really enjoyed it. Great story. Russo Brothers could have probably released this in the theater with a big studio. I don't know why they didn't. What studio would have turned this down? Maybe some studio was like, wait, this just sounds like Ready Player One. I mean, what a stupid response from the studio, of course, but because it did have its differences, of course. But yeah, someone probably said, yeah, this is just Ready Player One. We don't want to do it. But yeah, this could have been in a theater. I would have been sitting there, gleefully watching the screen, enjoying it, and it would have been really fun. So great, great, great film. I recommend it, and 8.5 out of 10, and that could go up with repeat viewings as I watch the film over again. But I really, really did enjoy it. And was it a little strange on the strange side? Yes. But as I told my dad, sometimes you need strange, different films, because if everything was the same, film and TV would be boring. You got to have things that break the mold, that are different, that are unique in its own. And I thought this film had all that and more. Okay, guys, that's going to be it. Please tell me what you think in the comment section. Did you see this film? Do you want to see it? Did my review pique your interest at all? I will try to put in the description, I will put the trailer for it, and also I forget the studio that did it, so I won't like tag the studio, but I will also put up spoiler, it'll say spoiler, so if you don't want to see the spoilers, it will be highlighted, right? I should have said that from the beginning, but whatever. So anyway, have a great Sunday, everyone. God bless, and may the force be with you.